When it comes to finding the best representation for elder law, CLLB Law has you covered. I'm joined by attorney Steve Langdon to find out how CLLB Law best represents their clients. So great to see you again.
Yeah, it's great being here. We've got some nice weather outside. It feels like everything's kind of changing, heading into fall. All the kids are back in school.
Yeah, so that just means we are so busy and we don't have time for anything anymore.
Right. No, it's crazy. Everything's crazy.
Yes. So estate planning, it's something that people don't want to talk about, but it's something that is often put on the back burner, especially now because, schedules are getting rearranged. So we don't have like that family time to just sit down and go over everything. So why is estate planning just so important?
Well, because bad things happen to decent people every day. There's a saying out there, need has no season. And I got to tell you, I'm as busy right now as I've ever been in my life. It doesn't matter if it's a beautiful day outside or if it's a rainy day. Bad things can just spring up on you, and you really have to be ready for it. So that's the whole idea behind coming in and talking to us about just getting prepared, just what's next and what's coming in life, and just making sure we're prepared. For instance, I've got 4 children, and some of them are still in college. Well, those colleges won't necessarily talk to me anymore because my children are over 18, they're adults.
Yeah.
So I've got power of attorney for my kids to make sure that if something goes wrong, they just need a little bit of help there at school, I can reach out to their advisor or to an administrator or somebody there to make sure that my kids are being led the right direction.
Yeah, well, and like my sister, for example, she just got married.
No, that's awesome.
Yes, she just bought a home. And so maybe like now's a good time for her, now that she has, an asset under her. Yeah. She now has a new husband. And, sitting down, you don't often think of that as you're a new couple all excited about life and everything. But maybe now's the time to get that conversation started.
That's exactly right. I had a son get married in June. They had to go, and there was a name change, and they had to go to the courthouse and do some things. This is just one more of those steps. Now that we've created a life together, now we got to look at, what happens if something goes wrong? What happens if something goes south? We just need to get ahead of it to make sure that your spouse is able to step in and protect you legally if there is an issue.
And so many of these out-of-state agencies have been coming in, kind of setting up shop, kind of giving these seminars. But why is it so important to work with someone who is local?
Yeah, because, these folks come in, but then they disappear on you. And so as times change in your life or situations get a little different, you can't reach out to them.
Yeah.
They're not there for you. I'm somebody you're going to see in the community. I mean,
You're on Great Day Live.
Yes, exactly, right. But, I grew up here. Actually, everybody in my office grew up here. This is our home. We're never going to leave it. We're here for everybody. I got the greatest job in the world. I am so blessed. And so the idea that I get to be here and help folks, and I got stopped walking down the street yesterday. Hey, what's going on? It's just, it doesn't get any better than that. So you can go with somebody who's out of state or who just comes in for a visit or does these seminars or whatever, but I'd much rather treat you like family, have you come in, sit down, talk to me face to face. Not in some seminar where you got 40 or 50 people there, but let's talk personally about what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
I think that kind of family-like touch is so important.
And so you offer these one-on-one consultations. So really, what makes the CLLB Law team really different from others when it comes to elder law?
So they're free consultations. I'm not going to charge you to sit down and talk to me. Let's just talk about some options. Let's see what's going on in your life. Let's kind of figure out what your options are and see if there's anything there that you need. It may be very simple. Well, let's maybe look at some powers of attorney, or it may be more advanced. Let's do wills or trust or things of that nature. But it's really that family touch, the idea that you can sit down and talk without the worry that I'm paying you money by the hour or I'm doing. It's just an opportunity to have a conversation, and it's comfortable. I also make house calls.
Yeah.
So if you can't get out, I can come to you.
That is really, really great. Well, thank you so much for
stopping
by today.
Love it.
So if you are interested in learning more about CLLB Law and everything that they have to offer, just go over to their website, cllblegal.com, or just call the number that's on your screen.